Welcome to Pardon That Vine. My name is Riccobono, and this is the world's most unbiased wine review forum. And before I get into the first wine today, I want to just address something that came up in a conversation with a friend of mine the other day. He asked me, he said, I noticed that with a lot of the wines you taste, you're naming similar profiles over and over again. As opposed to, when he reads wine, he was not very into wine. He knew a little bit about it. He said when he reads other wine reviews or watches other videos, there's typically a long list of different profiles that they're picking up on the nose and on the palate. And I addressed this early on, I think in the first or second show, but I truly believe that depending on where you are, what time you open the wine, what type of glass you're drinking it out of, are you outside, are you inside, is there wind, is there not, are you cooking something in the background, that every individual, depending on their palate, is going to pick up different profiles. And the way you can tell that this is true is that if you look at, two so-called expert reviewers from, very respected publications, you'll notice that they'll taste and smell the same wine and pick up completely different characteristics on each wine. They'll also at times score a wine. One guy will score a 97 and the other guy will score an 82. And that is why, wine is so much up to the individual, whether they like it or not. And it's also up to the individual palate. So I don't want to sit here and say I pick up cassis, I pick up pepper, I pick up a hint of chocolate milk and a vanilla ice cream and all this stuff that you read about, because you won't necessarily pick that up, and I don't think you'll learn that. So what I'm saying, and you might pick up things that I don't pick up and say, well, that's weird, Chris didn't pick it up, is it really there? And yes, it is, because if you smell it, then it's there. That profile is there. So, what I decided to do was when I started the show, was to just talk about the main profiles. If it's dark fruits, it's dark fruits. If it's, earthiness, it's earthiness. If it's, whatever it may be. And occasionally I do sneak in some, maybe 4 or 5 hints of this and hints of that, and that's because it's really coming on to me strong, and I expect that you will as well pick it up. So that's the reason. So whatever I talk about, like if I say, it smells like dark fruits, blackberries, blueberries, soil, my bet is that most of you will pick up those profiles, and that's the way to learn, and that's the way to start to get into wine. I think that's the best way to go about it, instead of me naming 10 or 15 things that I pick up that, depending on where you are, what time you drink it, what time you open the bottle, how long it decanted, where it was stored, and all these other factors that come in. So I really do feel strongly about that. And with that, let's get into the first wine. This is a value wine, $10, or could be a value wine. It's an inexpensive wine, $10, Vina Hermosa, 100% Tempranillo, from Rioja. It actually has a very nice nose. Very aromatic, floral qualities mixed in with strawberries. Very nice. It's not bad. If I'm going to spend $10 on a Rioja, I'm going to stick with what I recommended in the past, LAN, L-A-N. This is good. If you want to try different Riojas, if you want to do a blind tasting, if you want a few different bottles for your guests, then I would definitely grab a bottle of this. I'm not too excited about it. I think it kind of dies out and goes flat. But it's not bad. Tannins don't overtake it, which is nice. There is some fruit in the middle. Has a decent finish. But like I said, I was more impressed with LAN. But sometimes it's fun to buy a bunch of $10 bottles when you have guests come over, taste them all, see what people like more or like less. Anyway, I'd like to hear some feedback on whether maybe that's what you should do. Go buy the LAN and the Vina Hermosa, $10 Rioja. And get back to me and tell me which one you liked better and the differences that you saw in each. I think that'd be fun. Anyway, with that, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.